AITA for naming my daughter the same name as my cousin's baby, even though she announced hers first. My entire family is calling me a copycat and saying I ruined my cousin's special moment. She's telling everyone I stole her baby name out of spite. But the truth is so much more complicated than anyone realizes. I, 31F, gave birth to my daughter 3 weeks ago. Her name is Eleanor Rose, and she's perfect. But what should have been the happiest time of my life has turned into a family nightmare that's made me question everything. My cousin Melissa, 29F, and I grew up close. We're only 2 years apart, lived in the same town, saw each other constantly at family gatherings. We weren't best friends exactly, but we were family, and that meant something. Melissa got married 4 years ago to Brad, 32M. I was a bridesmaid in her wedding. It was a beautiful ceremony, and I was genuinely happy for her. I got married 2 years ago to my husband James, 33M. Melissa was invited but didn't come. She said she had a work conflict, but I later found out from my aunt that she'd gone to a music festival that same weekend. It stung a little, but I didn't make a big deal out of it. Last year, both Melissa and I got pregnant at almost the same time. She was about 6 weeks ahead of me. When we found out we were both expecting, the family was thrilled. 2 babies close in age. They'd grow up together like we did. Early in my pregnancy, James and I started talking about baby names. We both loved classic, traditional names. For a girl, we kept coming back to Eleanor. Eleanor was my grandmother's name, my dad's mother, who passed away when I was 10. She was an amazing woman. Kind, strong, elegant. She taught me to bake, to garden, to stand up for myself. When she died, I remember thinking that someday if I had a daughter, I'd want to name her Eleanor. I've had this name in my heart for 20 years. When I was about 4 months pregnant, we found out we were having a girl. James and I were certain Eleanor Rose. Rose was James's grandmother's name, so it honored both sides of our family. I was so excited that I told people. My parents, my siblings, close friends. And I told Melissa. We were at a family barbecue at my parents' house. Melissa was about 6 months pregnant at this point, very obviously showing. I was 4 months and just starting to show. We were sitting on the back porch, talking about our pregnancies. She was complaining about back pain. I was talking about finally feeling the baby move. Have you thought about names? She asked. Actually, yes. We've decided. If it's a girl, which we're finding out next week, we're naming her Eleanor Rose. Melissa's face lit up. Eleanor. That's beautiful. After Grandma Eleanor? Yes. I've wanted to use that name forever. That's so sweet. She'd be so honored. Melissa touched her own belly. We're still deciding. Brad wants something modern. I want something classic. We'll probably figure it out once we know what we're having. When do you find out? Next appointment, so 2 weeks. That conversation was August 15th. I remember because it was my mom's birthday barbecue. 2 weeks later, Melissa found out she was having a girl too. She posted on Facebook. It's a girl. Baby girl arriving in November. We can't wait to meet you. 2 hearts. I commented. Congrats. Eleanor will have a cousin to play with. She liked my comment. Everything seemed fine. I went to my next OB appointment and confirmed I was also having a girl. I posted my own announcement. Baby girl Carter coming in January. We're so excited to meet Eleanor Rose. 2 hearts. Melissa didn't comment or like the post. I thought maybe she just hadn't seen it. A few days later, my mom called. Did you know Melissa is also naming her baby Eleanor? My stomach dropped. What? She announced it today. Eleanor Grace. I thought it was a nice coincidence since you're both using Grandma's name. Mom, I told her I was using Eleanor. At your birthday party. She knew. Oh. Well, maybe she forgot? Or maybe she also wanted to honor Grandma. But I told her first. Does that really matter? You can both use the name. Technically, yes. But it felt wrong. I'd shared something personal with her, and now she was using it. I texted Melissa. Hey, heard you're naming your baby Eleanor too? That's funny, since we just talked about me using that name. She responded. Oh yeah. Brad and I decided we really loved it. Great minds think alike. Smiling face with smiling eyes. I mean, I told you at Mom's party that we were using it.
Did you?
I don't really remember that conversation. Pregnancy brain, lol. It was literally the main thing we talked about. Well, anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine. They'll have different middle names. I showed the text to James. He was annoyed on my behalf, but tried to be diplomatic. Maybe she genuinely forgot? You did tell her pretty casually. I didn't tell her casually. I explicitly said we'd chosen Eleanor Rose as our baby's name. Okay, but what can you do? You can't copyright a name. He was right. I couldn't stop her from using the name. But it felt like a betrayal. The next family gathering was my grandfather's 80th birthday in September. Both Melissa and I were there, both visibly pregnant. Multiple relatives commented on us both using Eleanor. Most thought it was sweet, honoring the same grandmother. But a few seemed uncomfortable, like they sensed tension. My aunt, Melissa's mom, pulled me aside. I heard you girls are both using Eleanor?
Yeah.
I chose it months ago, told Melissa about it, and then she decided to use it too. My aunt frowned. Melissa said you copied her. She said she'd been planning to use Eleanor since before she even got pregnant. That's not true. I told her at Mom's birthday party in August. Well, I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding. But it wasn't a misunderstanding. Melissa was rewriting history, making it seem like I'd stolen her name. Over the next few weeks, I heard from multiple family members that Melissa was upset with me for copying her baby name. According to her version of events, she told everyone she was using Eleanor first, and I decided to use it anyway out of spite or jealousy. I tried to talk to her directly. She wouldn't engage. I don't want to make this into drama, she texted. We both chose the same name. It happens. Let's just move on. But you're telling people I copied you. I'm just telling people the truth, that I chose Eleanor first. You didn't though. I told you about it in August. I don't remember that conversation. Sorry. She was gaslighting me, making me question my own memory, my own timeline. James suggested, I just let it go. You know the truth. Who cares what she says? But I cared. Because my entire family was now looking at me like I was the copycat cousin who'd stolen Melissa's baby name. Melissa's baby was born in early November. She named her Eleanor Grace. The Facebook announcement had hundreds of likes and comments. Beautiful name. So classic and elegant. Perfect choice. I felt sick looking at it. This was my name. My grandmother. And Melissa had taken it and was getting all the praise for it. When I commented, congratulations. She's beautiful, Melissa responded publicly. Thanks. We're so happy we chose this name before anyone else in the family decided to use it. It's so special to us. Red heart. That passive-aggressive dig was clearly directed at me. My own due date was January 10th. As it got closer, I started second-guessing everything. Should I still name my daughter Eleanor? Or would that make family gatherings unbearable? Should I choose a different name just to avoid conflict? James was firm. We chose Eleanor Rose. That's our daughter's name. We're not changing it because your cousin is being weird. I agreed, but I was dreading the announcement. My daughter was born January 8th. She was perfect, 7 pounds, 3 ounces, dark hair, James's eyes. And yes, we named her Eleanor Rose. I posted the announcement with a photo. Eleanor Rose Carter. Born January 8th, named after her great-grandmother Eleanor, who we love and miss every day. Welcome to the world, sweet girl. 2 hearts. The comments were mixed. Some people congratulated us genuinely. Others made pointed remarks. Another Eleanor. How confusing. Didn't Melissa just use that name? Wow, really committed to copying your cousin, huh? My own mother commented. She's beautiful, honey. Though I do think it's going to be confusing having 2 Eleanors in the family. Melissa didn't comment at all. But she posted on her own page an hour later. Can't believe some people have so little creativity they have to steal other people's baby names. Face with rolling eyes, but imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, I guess. She didn't tag me, but everyone knew who she meant. The family group chat exploded. My phone was buzzing constantly with messages. Aunt Karen, this is so awkward. You really couldn't pick a different name? Uncle Mike, I'm staying out of this one, lol. My sister, why didn't you tell me you were naming her Eleanor? I could have warned you about the drama. Melissa's sister, super weird that you copied Mel's baby name, Opie. That's really disrespectful. I tried to defend myself in the group chat. I didn't copy anyone. I chose this name months before Melissa announced hers. I told her about it at Mom's birthday party in August. Melissa's response, that never happened. Stop lying to make yourself look better. I chose Eleanor in the summer, before I even knew you were pregnant. That's not true. You're just jealous that I got to use it first. Admit it. The argument devolved from there. Family members took sides. Most sided with Melissa because she'd announced publicly first and had her baby first. My mom called me crying. Why are you doing this? Why are you causing all this drama? I'm not causing drama. I'm using a name I chose months ago. But Melissa used it first. Can't you just change it? Pick something else?
No.
This is my daughter's name. This was always her name. You're being stubborn. This is tearing the family apart. I hung up on her. That night, I was crying in bed, overwhelmed by everything. James held me and kept saying we did nothing wrong, but I felt horrible. The next day, I decided I needed proof. I needed to show everyone that I'd told Melissa about Eleanor before she announced it. I went through my phone. I didn't have the August conversation recorded, but I started looking for any evidence of timeline. I found text messages between me and James from July. Me, what do you think about Eleanor for a girl? James, I love it. Eleanor Rose. Me, perfect. Red heart. Those texts were dated July 22nd, weeks before I told Melissa. I also found messages with my best friend Kate from early August. Me, we decided on a name. Eleanor Rose if it's a girl. Kate, OMG, that's beautiful. After your grandma? Me, yes. I can't wait to tell family. Those messages were dated August 3rd, 12 days before my mom's birthday party, where I told Melissa. I took screenshots of everything and posted them to Facebook. Since there seems to be confusion about timelines, here's proof that James and I chose the name Eleanor Rose in July, weeks before my cousin announced her baby name. I shared our choice with Melissa at my mom's birthday party on August 15th. I have witnesses who were there. I did not copy anyone. Eleanor Rose is and always has been my daughter's name, honoring my beloved grandmother. I tagged the screenshots. The post got a lot of attention. Some people apologized. Others doubled down on supporting Melissa. Melissa responded with her own post. I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I know the truth, that Brad and I chose Eleanor before Opie did. She's just trying to rewrite history because she feels guilty about copying me. It's sad that she's making my baby's name about her. It was infuriating. Even with proof, she was lying. Then something unexpected happened. Brad, Melissa's husband, sent me a private message on Facebook. Can we talk? In person. I was suspicious but agreed. We met at a coffee shop the next day. Brad looked uncomfortable, exhausted. He ordered a coffee and we sat in a corner booth. I need to tell you something, he said. But if Melissa finds out I told you, she'll lose it. Okay. Melissa did steal your baby name. I sat back, vindicated but also angry. I knew it. She told me you'd mentioned Eleanor at the birthday party. She came home that day and said you'd chosen a really pretty name and she wished she'd thought of it first. So, she just took it? Not immediately. At first, she genuinely thought we could both use it. But then she started getting weird about it. She said you'd always been the favorite granddaughter, and Eleanor was closer to you than to her. She said this was her chance to have something of Grandma Eleanor's too. She could have picked any name. Why the exact one I chose? Brad rubbed his face. Because she wanted to announce first. She said if she announced Eleanor first, then you'd look like the copycat if you still used it. She thought you'd back down and choose something else. I felt like I'd been punched. She planned this. Yeah. I told her it was wrong. I said she should just pick a different name. But she got really upset, said I didn't understand, said this was important to her. And, honestly, I just wanted her to be happy. I didn't want to fight about a baby name for months. So you let her steal mine. I'm sorry. I really am. I thought once the babies were born, it wouldn't matter anymore. But now she's making you out to be the bad guy, and that's not right. You didn't do anything wrong. Will you tell the family this? He hesitated. I can't. Melissa would never forgive me. But I wanted you to know, you're not crazy. She did this deliberately. After Brad left, I sat in the coffee shop for an hour, processing everything. My cousin had deliberately stolen my baby name, announced it first to make me look like a copycat, and was now lying to the entire family about it. I showed James the messages with Brad. He was furious. You need to tell everyone. Show them Brad's messages. I can't. He asked me not to. Then what? Let Melissa keep lying? I thought about it for days. Finally, I decided to reach out to Brad again. I need you to tell the truth. The family needs to know what really happened. He didn't respond for 3 days. Then, I'll think about it. Another week went by. The family tension was unbearable. Half of them weren't speaking to me. Melissa was playing the victim, posting things on social media about toxic family members and people who can't be original. Then, at a family dinner at my parents' house, which I almost didn't attend, Brad stood up during dessert. I have something to say. Everyone got quiet. Melissa looked at him, confused. There's been a lot of tension about the baby names. About both cousins using Eleanor. And I need to clear something up. Melissa's face went pale. Brad, don't. Melissa knew that Opie had chosen Eleanor first. Opie told her at the birthday party in August. Melissa came home that day and told me about it. Then she decided she wanted to use the name too, and she wanted to announce it first, so Opie would look like the copycat. The room was silent. My aunt, Melissa's mom, spoke first. Brad, is this true?
Yes.
I'm sorry I didn't say something sooner. But I can't watch Opie get blamed for something she didn't do. Melissa stood up, her face red. How could you do this to me? In front of everyone? I'm doing this for everyone. The truth needed to come out. I'm your wife. And she's your cousin who you've been lying about for months. Melissa looked around the table. Everyone was staring at her. She grabbed her purse and left, slamming the door behind her. Brad sat back down, looking miserable. I'm sorry, but it had to be done. My mom turned to me. Is this true? She really took your name on purpose.
Yes.
I've been trying to tell you all for months. There was a long, uncomfortable silence. Then my mom said quietly, I owe you an apology. Over the next few days, family members reached out to apologize. My aunt called in tears, saying she'd had no idea Melissa had been lying. My sister felt terrible for taking Melissa's side. But some family members were still angry. Angry at Brad for airing dirty laundry in public, angry at me for forcing the issue, instead of just letting it go. Melissa hasn't spoken to me since. She's told people that Brad betrayed her and that I manipulated him into lying for me. She and Brad are apparently in marriage counseling now. My aunt says Melissa is devastated and feels humiliated. And I don't know how to feel. I was vindicated. Everyone now knows I didn't copy her. But it came at a huge cost. Melissa's marriage is struggling, the family is fractured, and I'm still being blamed by some people for not being the bigger person. My mom thinks I should reach out to Melissa and try to mend things. She made a mistake. She's family. But James thinks I shouldn't apologize for anything. She lied about you for months. She tried to steal your baby's name and make you look bad. Why should you apologize? I'm exhausted. I just wanted to name my daughter after my grandmother. And somehow that turned into this entire nightmare. Yesterday, Melissa posted on Facebook, learning who your real family is during hard times. Some people will throw you under the bus for their own benefit. But I know my truth, and that's enough. The passive aggression continues. So Reddit, AITA for naming my daughter Eleanor even though my cousin announced the same name first? Should I have just picked a different name to avoid all this drama? Am I wrong for letting Brad tell the truth? even though it's caused problems in their marriage? Should I reach out to Melissa to try to fix our relationship? I'm so tired of this entire situation. I just want to enjoy my newborn daughter without all this family chaos.